day, Rusk enjoys. Hope you're alright, because it's time for the predictions video. What's going on? Why is the rust rotation right there? Why is the rust rotation only like 16 minutes long? What? Change of plans. People have constantly been asking me, Hedge, please make the video shorter. I just want to see the skins. So I noticed nobody else really showcases the skins anymore, like for about in less than 15 minutes. So I thought, alright, I guess there's an opening. I guess I could distinguish the rust rotation and the predictions video a little bit better. So here's the plan from here and now. Rust rotation video, I intend to release first, and it's only showcasing the skins. I look at them, I see them, no talks in regards to investing, just looking at the skins. But in the predictions video from here and now, I sit here, I yap, I talk, I discuss what potentially might be the best investment for this week. Now I'm still figuring this out, but I feel like the plan is, we'll look at all the skins, we'll consider what could potentially happen in the near future, and of course, towards the very end of this video, I'll have a conclusion, and then I'll say what I think potentially is the best investment for this week. I'll go through them all in order, if that makes sense. But in regards to holiday skins, might be a bit of a funny one, because of course, this is Easter week 2. And it wasn't a very big rust on, was it? So, okay, cool. So this is just going to be yapping. However, in the future, if we happen to have some interesting details like potential camouflage skins, I'll hop in game, I'll still showcase them. That makes sense. So if it's worth jumping into and looking at, yeah. Right then, so, okay, cool. Feel free to go ahead and give that a good watch. Quite literally, it's only 16 minutes long. Just get a good look at all the skins, and then we can start yapping. So, cool. Rust rotated late. I'm in the UK. Rust rotated like midnight. It was almost a situation where we didn't have abnormals. I don't think people would have cared that much. I was walking in today, not really expecting much. Nobody really cares for Easter, especially Easter week 2 rust stores. Over the past few years, it's been pretty dire. We've been like seeing hardly any sales and whatnot. But today, to be honest with you, I saw some pretty interesting looking skins. Another Easter chick skin has been accepted. The first ever Easter themed bed. The second ever sandbag barricade skin? Okay. Oh, it looks lovely though. Hot cross buns. Oh yes. And then, to my surprise, and I'm still questioning how this happened, but it's happened. Hazma, which already has a garage door, now has Easter garage door. Okay. Well, that's a discussion. So, all right, we'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's now go ahead and point out which of these skins are abnormal. Now, just to make things nice and easy, we'll first point out that we don't actually have that many skins this week. We do still have all the DLC, though. So, okay, cool. I can confirm to you, Hazma Egg Garage Door is abnormal. Can confirm to you, Easter Chick Bed is abnormal. Can confirm to you, Easter Egg Grenade is abnormal. Can confirm to you, Easter Neon Box is abnormal. I can also confirm to you, the Neon Rise Sheep in the Door is also abnormal. And of course, we have the Cozy Egg Wrap. This is also abnormal. Although I've got to say, the timing of this, I mean, are they hinting something? Yeah, thanks, Face Punch. Anyway, a perfectly fine batch of skins. I should also showcase to you on micro522.com, which is linked in the description. Just scroll down, you'll see it for yourself. Yeah, these skins actually had quite a decent amount of support. More specifically, that garage door. I can confirm to you, it was the second highest supported skin out of all the Easter skin submissions. A lot of people really wanted that. So, oh, okay, well, they got it then. Are you pleased, though? Out of all the skins in this rust store, which one was your favourite? Which one have you bought already? I wouldn't be surprised if it's a certain garage door. Right, let's quickly hop over to here now. So I just want to point out, currently at the moment, SMM has a bit of a problem. The sales are a bit odd. I'm sure it'll get fixed probably by the next day. But Rust Help is correct. And you might be surprised to find out, after about 2 hours, the highest selling skin is the garage door, with only 1,000 subscribers. What? Yeah. I'm also surprised by that. But then again, the Rust store did rotate late, where it was early in the morning in Europe. So over the course of the next 22 hours, it wouldn't surprise me if it really does pick up when people actually are live. We've had some people complaining, where's the Rust store? Where's the Rust store? Well, now you know. So, okay, cool. Also, considering the other Hazma doors, I'm just going to say they also sold a lot. And they also worked out very nicely. It'd be interesting, though, talking about that, though. Like, it's still an anime door, but it's the Easter theme anime door. Is there going to be issues? Well, I guess we'll be finding out with this. So we'll talk more about that in a bit. But yep, overall, it's an Easter Rust store. So first discussion in regards to predictions. Typically, people don't care about Easter skins. I've said it many times in the past, and unfortunately, it tends to be true. So let's just go look at last year's Easter skins. All right, let's just give you a nice little hint. So last year's Easter skins, we had some skins that didn't sell that much. We had some skins that actually looked pretty cool, but you might notice that the majority of them aren't doing very well. Oh look, Easter chick. Hatch backpack sold not that much. People have been appreciating you, but the majority not looking very pretty. And then of course we look at April 17. Sheer lack of sales definitely helped out quite a few of the skins here, but the majority not looking very pretty. So that's just last year. I could even go back to like 2023, for example. Yep, let's go over to here. Let's take a look. You'll see with your own eyes. Yeah, the majority is not looking very nice. Could have had potential sequels today, but didn't happen. So how awkward and how unfortunate. So even in anticipation for another Easter, people don't seem to care. But do keep that in mind. Usually, the only holiday people actually like anticipate is Christmas. And if anything, if you're looking for a nice investment, go look at Christmas skins right now. It's up to you, though. Right, so, okay, cool. Understood. For what it is, I'm not going to complain. We've got an interesting couple collection continuations. Yeah. But again, what's your critique? What's your opinion? Feel free to comment below. Right, now if I could just quickly hop over to the previous week. Not that. There you go. Can confirm to you I did buy some skins. I can confirm to you I did jump in and I did go ahead and buy some Easter Bloom Tier 2 armor. So that only managed to get up to just barely over 8,000 subscribers. I am going to make a video dedicated to talking about this. Although we kind of did that last night anyway. Because of course we did the Ruskin Abnormal Bilders. But for the first 10 minutes of this video, I actually just showcased how this could be utilised as desert camouflage and forest camouflage. In fact, if I were to refresh, maybe it'll change the thumbnail because I have two different thumbnails, one in the desert and one in the forest. Basically, with the transparency on its design, it seems to like unload, deload. What's the word to say? I don't know. Anyway, you don't really see it from a distance. And considering its price, it's a lot cheaper compared to Forest Raiders Tier 2 and Desert Raiders Tier 2, that's for sure. So, yeah, I need to probably go ahead and make a proper full-length video because a short video doesn't seem to go far enough. In fact, if I could just quickly showcase to you, yeah, I did put up a short video showcasing just that. If I did like a proper video, it would probably have about a few thousand views. For Hedge, that's pretty good. So, okay, understood. All good. So, and boom, as you can see there, there's the Tier 2 armor. So I have to do some comparisons in a proper video, and I think people might appreciate that. Once you see it for yourself, I think you're probably going to agree. For the price that it is, it does seem to do a pretty good job. It might not be absolutely perfect, but again, with the price, I'm just saying, a pretty nice, affordable, approachable option. You might question, Hedge, why have you got 10 of these already? Because when I do my streams, when we see the brand new Rust store, I buy skins and then I give them away. So, I'm just saying, every Thursday of Hedge is streaming, waiting for that Rust rotation to appear. You might win some prizes, so look in the description. You'll see the link for my Twitch link right there. You're more than welcome to appear. So, alright, cool. Lovely stuff. Right then, switching back over to here. Boom. So again, let's refresh. Okay. Will it be a quiet week? If it is, you know what? Some of these skins probably could work out quite nicely. But it's always the issue of, if it's really gimmicky for its holiday, that might be a bit of a problem. So, I think we should just go ahead and get started. Should we just jump in? I'm going to go through all these skins now. I'm going to discuss what's going to probably happen with them. And then, of course, at the end, we'll have a conclusion. And we'll talk about what potentially might be the best skin to invest into the week and whatnot. So, right, cool. Let's go. Hazma Egg Garage Door. I don't know what happened here. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine for what it is. It's just, we've already had a garage door. I've never seen an instance like this, where a collection, it gets a skin made, you know, it gets accepted, you know, it's all good. It might have a couple more skins accepted, lovely stuff. But then they went and made another garage door and it gets accepted. I have never seen anything like this, where a collection then dabbles into a holiday and then it gets the skin accepted. That's a first. You might bring up the Hell collection, but I believe that started off as a holiday skin, then became a normal skin, and then still dabbles into getting Halloween skins. This is different. Does that still count as a Hazma skin? I mean, come on now. Of course it does. Have we noticed quite the reaction? Well, if I go to the front page of the Rusty marker, oh, there you go, Hazma Garage Door. I'm not sure if we're going to see as big of a rise compared to when we saw the Sheepman door, but it does add to the collection. So right now this is about, what, $5? Yep. But it did peak higher before, if I can recall. Yep. But after this so-called Easter dip, which apparently only lasted a month, prices are rising regardless. Okay. Well, the more the merrier, I guess you could say. But yeah, no, I am surprised to see that this garage door was accepted today. So, all right, cool. The fact that you don't have garage door in the name is a bit funny, but I think everybody knows to search for Hazma. But you, I mean, I don't think you're complaining. I think you're quite happy. And yeah, this was going up in price regardless. I could refresh right now just to be a little bit more sure. Have you actually budged a bit more? Maybe it's because Europe is asleep. Maybe wait until this weekend. You might notice more of a spike in demand. I should also point out there's a furnace in the workshop. I'm pretty sure the skin creator is going to keep going. Going to keep making more and more skins. What could be made next? I mean, are we expecting, like, more holiday skins for Hazma? Halloween? Christmas? I mentioned this earlier. What about July 4? I don't know, give her, like, fireworks or something. Next week for 420? I mean, it's up to them. Maybe I had to comment. Anyway, we'll see. So, just want to confirm real quickly, as you'll see over to here in the workshop, if we could go to Aaron's recent submissions, you'll see they resubmitted their furnace. The devilish smiles on this thing. So, yeah, you might have seen the short video I posted like a week or two ago. I think they realised they submitted it at an awkward time, so they just resubmitted it. I don't think anyone's going to be upset with that. So, all right, cool. So, if we potentially have more on the horizon, are you feeling confident? We have seen anime girl garage doors in the past, and they have worked out quite all right. So let's just also point out, we just went through the Easter dip. That worked out all right, and it's doing better already. You might recall we had, let's see here, yep, Popstar. That potentially might be getting another collection continuation on the horizon. That's also doing perfectly fine. We also happen to have the Halloween one. It might not have been perfect in terms of an anime style, but it's still doing very good. Much better compared to a lot of these other garage doors, for example. So, okay, can't fault that, I guess. I can't help but assume it's just going to be all right. I can't help but assume I don't think it'll go down in price. And if it doesn't sell that much, even better than that. Yeah, surely. So, okay, keep an eye on the sales. Of course, I'm recording this just 2 hours after. But we'll see what becomes of this, right? Now, does it scream Easter? I mean, she's holding Easter eggs. She's got bunnies nearby. She has like an egg on her head for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. But who cares? Okay, maybe. We'll see how it goes. If it does sell significantly less compared to the other doors, maybe it does work out all right. Maybe we do see the furnace being accepted. Maybe we start seeing a sheet metal over door. 2 Hazma girls. All right, we'll see. We'll see. So let's also just quickly point out 51,000 subscribers. Yeah. 41,000 subscribers. So far right now, 1,000 subscribers. We'll see. All right. If it does sell significantly less, maybe it does work out quite nicely. So, honestly, I've got pretty confident hopes with that. Pretty high hopes. So, all right, cool. You're looking interesting. Let's see what the final sales look like by next Wednesday. All right. And then we'll start considering, because it is abnormal, right? That's the smartest way to approach things. There's a reason why I waited until, well, literally last night to look at what happened with these. The low sales, the versatility, the usefulness of it, I had to jump in. So abnormal barders, super handy, super helpful. And if you don't understand how it all works, consider watching the most recent abnormal barders video that you can see right over to here. Just watch the first 5 minutes. Good day, Ruskin. Yeah, that made me jump as well. Sorry about that. If I could just quickly refresh. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, you know exactly how ecstatic I am to show it off. Consider watching perhaps the first 10 to 15 minutes, because in this particular video I do showcase it a little bit better. Basically, I go through all the skins. I make considerations for what the prices might be. I offer prices and then skip ahead to the barter chapter, which you can see right there. See how quick you have to be to get those barters down. And then listen in as I talk about each skin with the abnormal barter support. I'm so sorry for that playing instantly. I didn't mean for it to happen. But yeah, there's a reason why I jumped in with those skins. Cool. Right then, cool. So hopping back over to here. Let's now go ahead and start yapping about the Easter Bunny sheep metal door. You know what? Let's talk about both doors. Both of them are Easter themed. Have we ever had Easter themed doors before? Yes, we have. If I could just quickly hop back to the past, so if I could just scroll down. Didn't we have an Easter themed door last year? Apparently not. No, we did. Yep, there you go. It's half its price. Scroll. Didn't we have a carrot door one year? I do believe we did. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Hatched door. It's about half its price. Scroll. There you go. People did like that for a while. It still went down in price. It's about half its price. Easter chick door, a little bit special. He's so handsome and he's wonderful. Yeah, down in price, but not like half its price. You might notice a trend. Now, is this due to the fact that we have tons of sheep metal doors, or is it due to the fact that it's Easter themed skins? It's probably a bit of both. We typically see a lot of sheep metal door skins, don't we? So I'm kind of under the impression that we're probably going to see a whole lot more. Like, consider this: 2 sheep metal doors in the same store. We've got plenty more months this year. Last year we saw 27 in total. The year before that we saw 42. So we're kind of slowly going down a bit, but we're still seeing tons of them. In total, how many sheep metal doors do we have? 284. Well, there you go. We might have too many. Consider this. At $2 and at $2.49, you could probably pick up a lot more interesting skins for a cheaper price. Like, it might be easier to look at it this way. So look at this, right? Yep. So this is the $2 one. What I'm going to do now is look at it based on the highest price. Yep. And then I'm just going to slowly start scrolling down. Immediately I see Neon Vibe sheep metal door right there for the same price. Easter chick door, rainbow pony door, capybara door, airlock door. Like, there's a lot of interesting designs here that you might sit there and say, you know what, I might just want to have that. UAP pilot, frozen crypt, cheese door. So, okay, cool. That's the problem. There's so many other options out there, and a lot of them, like the vast majority of them, are cheap. So, what do I think about these Easter-themed doors? I don't think they're going to hold their value. I think they're going to go down in price. And that's not abnormal. This is abnormal. At least we get an early insight with that. That one glows in the dark as well. This one doesn't. Are they even going to sell that much? We'll see. I'm not feeling very confident in that, though. So, shrug. Sorry to say I don't feel very confident. But by all means, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of what, like, if you want it, if you crave it, if you desire it, just go buy it. Treat yourself. Buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future, right? If you just want it, just go buy it, right? Not everything has to be an investment. And, you know, if they don't get that many sales, maybe they'll lose motivation and you never see cool creative designs like you see here. Alright, cool. So, sorry to say, but I don't feel very confident with the sheep metal doors. Now, with the Easter egg grenade, I have seen so many attempts in the past several years looking at Easter themed skin submissions. So many times I've seen Easter egg designs being made. Only now have we actually seen one being accepted. Oh, who wants to play Find the Eggs? Catch. What? So props to Skin Creator, that of course being Mr. Algorithm. He did it. We finally got someone who did it. Now, I can confirm to you it doesn't glow in the dark. It's pretty visible at night time though. But there's always this issue, this question of, do people even care enough to skin the things that explode? Satchel charge is another one. And you know what? We probably should talk about the satchel charge at the exact same time. They're not even selling that much differently. So yeah. When you look at satchel charge skins, you might notice there's a bit of a pattern. Oh boy, what's going on? Why are they all going down in price? Because that question has reappeared. These skins that you see here, we had like a 2-year gap where we didn't have a single skin being accepted. So these kind of worked out quite right. They started to go up in the positive. But when we started to see satchel charges actually being accepted again, Well, now it's like, well, okay, they're not exactly like rare. So you're telling me I'm going to go through the effort to skin it and then chuck it and then boom, and it's gone. This is something I always questioned, and it does apply to both of them. Now, at least with grenades, they were looking as if they were doing better. Love Bomb, notably, was looking pretty sweet. And it only has so many skins. And I'm still not sure of it. For both of them, I'm not feeling very confident. But at the very least with the grenade, that's abnormal. With this right here, it's not abnormal. But I can't help but assume it's not going to sell that much. Priced at $2? We'll see. I'm having doubts it's going to get that far. Not to sound mean, but I'm just being truthful. That very question, do you even bother skinning your explosives? It seems to matter quite a lot. So, do you care enough to skin your grenades and your satchel charges? I still get a few people asking me, Hedge, what do you think about C4 becoming skinnable? Well, I'm not opposed to it, but well, there you go. So, all right then. That might just be better off as a barder. Easter chick bed. Well, as we've already pointed out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Right then, so the collection progresses, but it was actually the hammer first, then the sheet door, then the fridge, and of course the bed. Lovely. What would you like to see being made next? Well, actually, hold on a second. Hedge, why not leave it for a bit? We're seeing brand new Skinnables every single month. Maybe a pretty interesting thing in the future might appear. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. But, you can still say if there's a pretty cool idea that you have, just feel free to say. If it ever happens, mini fridge might be pretty sweet. Big chick, little chick. Big fridge, little fridge. Alright, cool. So, bed skins. How many bed skins do we have? Quite a lot. It first became skinnable last October. I believe we've probably had a good half a year already, haven't we? Yeah. We have 30 skins already. Okay. That might be a little bit too much. Yeah. But then again, we should also point out we have seen some pretty interesting collection continuations. We have seen some pretty interesting variety, Lots of colourful designs, lots of bleak designs, scary designs, burnt designs, looking pretty cool. But with what I look at over to here, not to say I mean, he's just a plain little chick. It does not glow in the dark. It's just a plain chick. But you know what? The fridge worked out all right. The sheet and the door retained most of its value. The hammer is beloved. Probably because he's got an absolutely massive what? What, Hedge? What? An absolutely massive what? Well, if you look hard enough, you probably can figure that out. Anyway, back over to here. So, I was very happy to see this. I actually questioned Mr. Keka, would you consider doing this? Let's just quickly hop back over to here. It's the comments. I was like, you know what? That'd be a really cool idea. We've never seen an Easter themed bed. Keka, be an awesome idea. Say no more. Boom. Perfection. So that was back in February. And now we have our bed. I could imagine that'd probably do quite all right. Just the sheer silliness of it. Is it even going to sell that much? We have had a few beds not sell that much, and they still went down in price. But we did also just go through March, which wasn't very fun. Prices went down pretty bad, but prices are now recovering. So, okay. How many people are currently playing right now? You know what? That's also a very good shout. It looks like we're still going to go below March in terms of average player count. That was to be expected. That was to be expected. Peak player count was better, which was nice to see, but it's still expected to drop off. And this was anticipated. It's usually May time where we start to see some progress. So, okay. Again, I think the sales aren't going to be too ridiculous. After the first 24 hours of sales, we'll probably get a better idea. But we'll see about that, right? Like, I don't think I'll be recording a Rust video tomorrow. It might be sandboxed. So anyway. Keep an eye on that yourself, or at least, keep an eye on my Twitter. I will be announcing, here's the first 24 hours of sales. I usually post it right over to here. Yeah, post videos and whatnot like I do. Anyway, so back over to here. I'm curious. I have seen the skins from previous years work out perfectly. 4 consecutive Easter acceptances. And the sales have worked out quite alright for them, so keep an eye on them, alright? I think things might work out quite alright for that bed. But you can offer your opinion, and again, if you haven't seen it for yourself, consider watching the rust rotation video where I showcase it. It doesn't glow. It's not super noticeable at night time, but it's still very goofy and very silly. And maybe that's perfectly fine for you. Well then, what do we have right here? Ooh, but we also question, do people care? We have just received the second ever Sam Barricade skin. Grandma's gift Barricade? Pfft, you're old news. Get out of here. That was a Christmas skin from 2016. Almost 10 years without any competition. Well, I'm sorry to say, but dun dun dun. Right. So now we question what happens with this. I made a short video about that the second I saw it. I was like, Saloha, I'm so behind this. There's a... Okay, let me just kind of explain this. Making sandbag barricade skins are very awkward. The UV maps with this are not very fun to deal with. But the fact that he had a pretty, like, perfectly fine pattern design of hot cross buns, hey, some of them might look a bit funny, odd. It's fine. It just came out funny. Okay. So the overall theme, the overall idea isn't really, like, ruined or anything. Because I have asked about, like, could we see, like, notable collections such as No Mercy make their very own sandbag barricade? It comes out odd. But this right here, it worked out perfectly fine, and now it's been accepted. I just confirmed to you, this does not glow in the dark. It's quite reflective at night time with the lights on nearby, but it doesn't glow in the dark or anything. Also, when was the last time you put down a sand barricade in Rust? Sandbag barricade. I understand some people try to utilize them on boats. Was that effective? I'm not sure what to think about them. I can't help but assume a lot of people might be fairly curious and think, you know what, all right, yeah, I'll go buy one. It's funny. I've never seen a sandbag barricade skin before. Yeah, I could give it a shot. But, you know, it's like the concrete barricades. When we first saw them, like, reappear, okay, you know, that was funny, but after a while we kept seeing more and more of them appear, and then suddenly they all went down in price. So let's just kind of, like, get this point across. For 6 whole years, we did not see a single concrete barricade skin being accepted. We did see some interesting submissions, but no. But then eventually, Adobe, Tombstone, and all of these, yeah. So, wow, it's been a gap. We haven't had one for a while. Anyway, it sold quite a decent amount. It went down in price pretty quickly. And then, of course, with the Halloween one, pretty much the same thing. Sold a decent amount, went down in price pretty quickly. Sold a decent amount, went pretty... Yeah. I don't know what to think in regards to that. But I do remember the concrete barricade skins. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting the same thing. If you don't use the item itself enough, where's the justification to own skins? Now, of course, if you are utilising them on boats and whatnot, well, if it's getting usage, surely it can have demand. But then again, do you really need to turn it into a hot cross bun barricade? It's cool. I like it. I'm very happy to see it. And I'm not sure if Solo has ever had a skin accepted before, too. All right, well, there you go. Second ever skin. Props to you. It was a fun idea. It worked out wonderfully. If you like it, again, what did I say just a little bit earlier? Just buy it. Treat yourself. Support that skin creator next year. Or what hot crust deplorable could we see next? Well, we're going to have to wait and see, aren't we? So, okay, cool. What ideas would you have for right now, though? Feel free to comment below. Okay, so, yeah, I'm questioning that a lot. Might grab one for myself, though, just because I want it. So, cool. That's nice. No complaints there, but not really thinking it's going to be a stupendous sort of investment. Eggdorable SAR. So in the rust rotation video, in which I showcased this, it's got pretty good nightlight. And I also questioned, how many light blue weapon skins have we actually seen in the past? I don't think we've seen that many. Again, if you know, if you can instantly think of something in your head, feel free to say something. But yeah, we don't actually have that many options. I think there was a custom SMG that was light blue. Anyway, you're not going to see any Eggdorable weapon skins anytime soon. You've got to wait till next year. Next year's Easter. 2027. Okay, fair point. Fair point. Anyway, so, yes. I'm looking at you, and I'm probably just expecting the same old, same old. A sheer lack of sales probably could have helped it out. Didn't help out Senior Tomato, though, did it? Well, whilst it had a sheer lack of sales, it's not exactly crashing and burning. The majority of SAR skins that have come out somewhat recently tend to go down to less than $1. That had hardly any sales, and it actually managed to retain some value. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do this instead. Let's go to here and look at all of these based on subscriber counts, maybe? Okay. Maybe that might be better. Okay, let's go do that. So, highest subscriber count. Let's go. So as we go all the way down over to here, because it's hardly got any sales at the moment, as we start to rise up, you might notice, hang on a minute, quite a lot of these are still down real bad. Yeah, and we're only up to like 10,000 subscribers. So if I scroll down a little bit more, yeah. I'm not sure if that's going to retain or hold. I'm having doubts. But by all means, if you like it, just go treat yourself. As an investment, though, an Easter themed skin could be out of season very quickly. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hold. I think you're just better off with a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. And that'd be my answer. So, okay, well, not really expecting much with that then. Cozy Egg Wrap Burlap Head Wrap. The timing couldn't be any better. Anyway, how often do you even use a burlap head wrap? I even saw one guy say, great, some desert camouflage. Just don't skin your burlap head wrap. And anyway, so it's goofy, it's silly, and it could potentially get a collection continuation next year. We said that about a lot of clothing skins last year. Not a single one got a collection continuation. Cool. Awesome. So the possibility of it is there, but the reality if it actually happens. So yeah, I'm going to be real with you. Just take a look at the most recent burlap head wrap skins we've seen, and can't count that one yet. It's only just become marketable. Down 64, down 48, down 49, down 7, down 25, down 6. It's not looking pretty. Also, should point out 12,600 subscribers, 11,000 subscribers, 16,700 subscribers almost. How much are you going to have? How much will that reach by next Wednesday? Or rather, next Thursday? It is abnormal. We could get like an early barter in just to find out what might the support be and whatnot. I don't think it's going to be perfect. Not really. I have doubts. Sorry to say, but I do have doubts. If you like it, let me stand out. Comment below. Explain to me why you happen to like it. Don't say mean things about the head. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just barders first. Abnormal barders first. We'll look at it afterwards, and then we'll make considerations. I don't think it's going to hold up. Easter Neon box. Hey, it's a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark small box. Didn't we just have one the previous week? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It only did 9,300 subscribers. Also had a lot of transparency, so it only had like half a small box. Okay, well, timing, yes. Okay, so I don't really know what to say. I will sit here and say, is that a collection continuation? No, it's not. All right, cool. So I thought that was like a collection continuation for a previous batch, but anyway, I'm sitting here questioning what happens with that next. I also want to see if SMM's fixed itself. No. All right, anyway. Let's just quickly take a look at all the previous small box skins that we have seen. Can't count that one. It only just became marketable. Oh, look. Our Lunar New Year. Small box. A holiday box. Oh, it's down in price. Oh, look at that. Starry Santa Sleigh. Neon Snowflake. Small box. Both of these glow in the dark very nicely. Do they look like they're retaining their value right now? No. So, yeah. Almost 15,000 subscribers. Only 7,000 subscribers. Both of them not exactly doing super great. So, I think I'll just stick with a barter. Yeah, that's probably the smartest approach. If you want to go ahead and buy one for yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm having doubts, is all. So, yeah, that was quite a lot of yapping, but yeah, what else needs to be said? Some of you might sit there and say, Hedge, what about the DLC? Well, it's already happened. The barters are already done. You're better off with a barter, basically. Right, so yeah, consider watching last night's Abnormal Barders. You'll see we did approach the brand new bunny costume and, of course, the Amethyst Rustige egg. We still expect both of them to go down in price. Yeah, so, alright, cool. Understood. All good. So, I'll start yapping about some things that we're expecting in the future, and then I'll give you my conclusion. I'll give you my thoughts in regards to what potentially are the best investments for this week. So, no more Easter skins. We are done, okay? No more holiday skins. Not until probably, well, I did say that earlier. I guess with the next rush store, if there were to be 420 skins, I'm joking. Or am I? I'm just going to point out that there are options. You never know. Whatever. It was just a joke. Chat brought it up. Anyway, not until Halloween at the very least. I know some people might say, what about July 4? I don't think. Well, I think people tried before, but they didn't get accepted. I mean, people can try again. There's nothing stopping them. We'll see. Anyway, we're back to non-holiday skins, and I've already seen some interesting collection continuations. Yes, that is a transparent bed right there. It floats. It floats. Do you want to float on a cloud? Well then, maybe that might sound pretty interesting to you. So yeah, fairly interesting, notable collection continuations, and just straight up very nice, cool looking designs. Very cool, interesting looking designs. So, okay, cool. If you want to be informed of all the potential, brand new skins that could be appearing in upcoming Rust stores for April 2026, and of course me yapping about potential collection continuations that could appear, consider watching my most recent Rust Skin Abnormal Barders video, which is located right over to here. Yep, Rust Workshop Skin Checks. Now, just to remind all of you, collection continuations, they're all chaptered. They're right there. You might notice, oh, hang on a minute. Well, there's Hazma Furnace. I did mention that earlier. I also happen to mention all the salvaged axe skins that are submitted, because, of course, people are going to care about that. Whilst we didn't see one today, we're expecting them next week, and a week after that, and a week after that. We also happen to have a lot of Abyss jackhammers, like Abyss jackhammer, because, of course, jackhammer is the focused item of the month, but only 2 of them were submitted for Easter, so if you're like, oh, where's the one today? Guess Facepunch didn't want it. But notably, there is a lot of interesting Cloven Armor skins that are submitted. So if I hop back over to here, scroll down, you will see Damascus Backpack, Forest Raiders Backpack. Ooh. You'll also see Knights Templar Roadside Gloves and Boots. You will see Legacy Tevlar Tactical Gloves. You will see Wasteland Recruit Hoodie and Pants, Acid Arachnid Tier 2, and you'll also see Hamster Tier 3. Collection continuation for the Hamster Rock. Oh. And Hellcore Tier 3. What? Really? Yeah. Okay. Hellcore has been pretty successful with the acceptances, hasn't it? So I'm just saying, we'll see what happens there. So, cool. Interesting things on the horizon. But of course, this upcoming weekend, we're also expecting even more like regular skin submissions. So there's going to be a lot that could potentially be accepted for the rest of this month. Please consider watching the Rust Workshop Skin Checks to get a good look at all the skins, or at least listen to Hedge talk about the possibility of making an investment, the possibility of seeing those skins rise up in price ever so nice. Cool. So moving on from here, we should also point out lots of interesting things being yapped about on the commits. Notably, I'm sure you're fully well aware, Industrial DLC on the horizon. I think it's like a sort of very similar approach like the base Decor pack. Remember that? Because some of the things in here, it's pretty interesting. Industrial storage, which most likely will be a barrel. Industrial large furnace. Industrial electric furnace. Sorry about that. Industrial auto turret and industrial shelves. That's all been mentioned right here. Oh. So just to repeat, shelf skin, electric furnace, large furnace, auto turret, and of course, as mentioned here, a potential brand new storage. I'd believe it probably will be a barrel, but hey, it might be a large box. We'll see. So, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. But if I could also quickly hop out of here, I should also mention Mr. Protox has been keeping an ear out, and he's noticed the next potential DLC, it most likely is going to be the May 2026 DLC. Boom. Rust Crypt building skin. It's another stone building skin. As much as you might complain sitting there and saying, Hedge, it's always stone. Well, consider what is the most popular base build grade? Stone, isn't it? So, of course, that makes stone. Also, they probably had the idea to do Crypt, considering Mr. Shadowhopper kept begging and begging for bone walls. It shouldn't be made out of stone. It should not be made out of stone. No, it should be made out of bone. Bone walls. Maybe a mix. All right, well, yeah, we'll see. So, okay, that very likely will be the May DLC. Chances are the industrial DLC will be for June, all right? So June 2026 for that. So, okay, cool. But the sudden mentions of electric furnace, what does that mean? Well, I can confirm to you right now that the electric furnace, it is confirmed to be the next skinnable. In the official Ruskin Making Discord, which is linked in the description, in the announcements, it's been mentioned. Boom. What ideas would you have for an electric furnace? Well, feel free to comment below. Offer your ideas. Easy bake oven probably is the best idea. So we'll see in regards to that. But yep, can confirm electric furnace is the next skinnable. So I'll be potentially seeing some of those this weekend. Oh, maybe. Keep an eye out. Right? So cool. So that's all been said, and there's an extra thing to talk about, because over to here, suddenly a lot of weapons and tools getting some refreshes. Again, with great thanks to Mr. Protox, or link his tweets. Yeah, what's this about? I don't know, could it potentially mean they could become brand new Skinnables in the future? It might be pretty interesting, I'm just saying, but yeah, keep an eye out. And you know what, keep an eye on Mr. Protox's Twitter. He's always digging in, trying to find out what's going on, what potential brand new content will be added. Yeah, he'll keep you informed. And of course, he has his own YouTube as well, which of course you can see with that video right there. So, lovely stuff. Awesome. So, right, cool. Lots of stuff has been said. And now we have one more thing to discuss. I did notice this through Mr. Protox. Boom. What's this? It apparently was a troll, okay? So, yeah. Someone tried to pretend they have Rust 2. Apparently a free-to-play game. But yeah, apparently it's just a troll. It's been removed, as you can see here. At the request of the publisher, Rust 2 is unlisted from the Steam store and will not appear in search. Yeah, it was nothing. It wasn't a hint towards the reveal of Rust 2. It was just a troll. Nothing more, apparently. That is the answer I've been told. So, okay, cool, lovely, awesome. So, yep, that's it. That's a wrap then. We've pretty much said everything that needs to be said. So I'll ask you now, the viewer, are you pleased with how things are? Are you pleased with the format now? I was pretty adamant to make sure that I got that out like as soon as possible. Chances are it will probably still come out later on, because in theory I'd like to edit the videos properly. What I did was I just rushed showcasing all the skins, and I just used YouTube to edit it. Just cut some stuff. So yes, do you prefer to get showcase separate, nice and quick, 16 minutes, and then I yap here? Well, to be honest with you, I have to see what the views are like, and the viewership as well. Like, do people watch 100% of the video or not? So we'll see how that goes. But yes, lots of people kept asking me, Easter week 2, it felt like the best time to practice this, give it a shot. I'll do it again next week as well, but evidently if it's basically the same, I'll just go with what I think's best in terms of my own time. So we'll see. Cool. Right then, so now let's hop back over to here and start actually trying to figure out what potentially is the best investment for this week. The conclusion. So it shouldn't sound too crazy when I sit here and say I think the best thing to chase after this week is probably the Hazma egg garage door. I feel pretty confident about that. I think that's got a very, very good chance of not selling too ridiculously and working out quite nicely in the future. I do consider it part of the collection. As we've already said, these were doing all right regardless. They were going up a price regardless. Well, shouldn't we expect the same with this brand new Easter one? That's the thing. It's Easter themed. But does it really matter? If it was a Christmas one, would it still work out quite all right? Maybe it would still go down in price after a while, but maybe it's a matter of it doesn't go as high as these two doors here. Maybe that's just simply the answer. It still does good, but not as good, which, you know, it's still good to consider investing into. So, all right, maybe that would be, yeah, that's the thought. Cool. I think the Easter chick bed's probably the second best thing to chase after. I have reason to believe it won't sell too ridiculously. Considering we've had 4 skins already, yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. The other skins have worked out quite alright. Maybe it still goes below its Rust price. Okay. Maybe I'm better off to stick with a barter then. Because, of course, that is abnormal. We'll do the barters, and then we'll question what we do afterwards. But I think the lack of sales would make it look a whole lot more appealing, which has happened with previous skins. So, okay, cool. I will sit here and say I am very curious about the hot cross buns barricade. That'll be the third thing I'll mention. But I do still lean towards the idea that I think it's going to go down below its Rust price. I still expect that to happen. But out of pure curiosity, will people look at that and respect it? Also, at the point that I really don't think many skin creators are going to even want to try, even consider making a sandbag barricade. Hey, maybe it gets refreshed. Maybe it's a lot more approachable in the future. We shall see. But I know for a fact, having seen it myself and having been told, it is rough to make one of those skins. So, okay. A sheer lack of competition could probably help out hot cross buns in the future. especially if it doesn't sell that much. I personally don't think the granny one would even do that good. Would even do that good if, you know, there was a lot more of them. Yeah, that would be the answer. Sorry, it's late. I'm trying to get the words out there. So, yeah, pretty much that's everything. I think that might actually work out quite all right. Everything else, it's Easter themed skin. It's a holiday themed skin. And I don't expect much with that. But again, a smart barter can always lead to some success. So, all right, cool. Well, there's the conclusion. I hope the video helped you out, helped you understand everything, gave you a nice insight. But, yeah, by default, I said it pretty much at the very beginning. It's Easter. It's Easter week 2. Not too many people were even that bothered walking into this. And I don't think many people will be too bothered with the majority of the skins here. So, yeah, sorry to say, but it is what it is. So regular, non-holiday skins will be back again next week. We've got 3 more Rust stores for April 2026. Let's see what else we potentially could see. So, once again, I ask you, out of all the skins here, which one impressed you the most? Which one's your favourite? And yeah, that is it. That's a wrap. So, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to all of you. Enjoy your weekend, and enjoy the rest of the Easter update in Rust. Make sure you get all those Easter eggs.